So I want to talk to you about this 1946 Ford we have here. I bought this out of California. I had a customer up here, found it. He bought a car from the guy and he says, you need to take a look at this car. And I got to tell you, it's a beautiful car. It's had a lot of money spent on it. Notice little things like the windshield here. It's a one-piece windshield on it. Didn't come that way, but they've got a one-piece windshield in there. And you can see in the front end here, they've Frenched the lights in here. They've done quite a bit of work on this thing. The turn signals are down here in the bumpers. Same in the back. They put it in the bumpers. It's all stuff that costs a lot of money and is very subtle looking. Anyway, it's a great driving car. It's got a 350 Chevy in it with a 350 turbo automatic. And I didn't like driving it and in parking it and stuff. We put power steering on it. We just did it. And it really makes a big difference in how this thing runs and drives. It's got a 10-bolt rear Chevy rear end in it. So it's got all Chevy running gear underneath it and stuff. And it's just a fun car to drive. It looks good. You can just see here how everything looks. And the paint's very nice on this car. I mean, there's probably a couple of little spots in it. You know, there's a chip right there. I see right there, but there's not many. And I'll try to show anything I see to you on it, but I don't think I'm going to show you a whole lot. So we got discs on the front, drums on the rear. So you got the good braking system on here. And you can just look how nice this thing is. The paint looks really good on it. I like driving this car. It just runs down the road really nice. Now they took the door handles off. It's got remotes, and you can push the remote to open it, or you can reach through the window like I just did to open it. And look at the interior in this car. The interior is beautiful in here. These door panels here, and the dash and everything. There is no radio in it. It does have air conditioning, and we need to get it charged. So when I bought it, it was blowing cold, but it's not doing it now. But just take a look at that interior. It's really done nice. It's got seat belts too. So and a tilt column, and it's just clean and nice. And the doors close really good on this car. I mean, it's a nice car. It's an above average car. You'll be real happy driving it and owning it. And you can just see, it just keeps going on here with look at it. You can just see it's all finished nice. See the same thing here. Here's your turn signals and tail lights right there. These light up also. And it's got a remote in there to open the trunk, which we can do, but right now we're just going around the car. And it's got a third tail light up there on the underneath the window there, so you can see all that. I mean, look how nice it is. And you notice I'm not pointing anything out and saying, oh, look at this bad spot, or look at this little scratch. Really, this thing's been well cared for. It was just super nice piece. He did a good job finding this car for me. Same thing here. If you had the remote, which is in the ignition, you just reach here and open the door. These little handles here, you got to push them in. They like to stick here, so you got to push them in, otherwise it doesn't want to close. But again, you can see the interior from here. You can see they did a nice job building this thing.
You want to talk about the number there?
Oh yeah.
Tag?
Yeah, so that's another thing. You can see the VIN tag right there. That's not a good VIN in some states. Most states, it's not a problem, but you want to be careful. You want to make sure that your state is fine with it. Here in Washington, it's not a problem. The state of Washington doesn't care, but in a lot of states are that way. Other states, they want it perfect, and they do inspections and everything. So anyway, it's just one of those things you want to make sure you're aware of. Again, you notice how nice the doors close on there? And again, we're walking ahead here. I mean, look at the paint on here. It looks good. You got the Krieger, well, those are American racing wheels on there. And it's got a lot of tires on, rubber on here. They're not fresh or brand new, but they still got a lot of rubber on them. And you can just see there. Yeah, I mean, just look at this thing. It's a good looking vehicle. I think you'll enjoy it a lot.